going. And I'm going to do this in 2 parts. What I've been doing is collecting these soda bottles, embossed soda bottles, for about 35, 40 years. And I've got 2 rooms. We'll do the first part, we'll do the Tennessee bottles. Everything in this room we're going into now is from Tennessee. And they're all embossed except for I do have the Knoxville ACLs. Okay, come on up there and let's get this thing. What we'll do, we'll start here on this, as we walk in the door, we've got a few ad items. Some of them are signs and thermometers and things like that. Some of them are reproductions and some of them are the real thing. And then on the left-hand wall, as we walk in, this whole wall here is all Knoxville. I've got about 241 different Knoxville sodas. And we'll start with the ACLs. Now, I don't generally collect ACLs, but when I got all the Knoxville embossed ones, about 3 or 4 years ago, I started keeping the ACLs, and we'll start at the top and just take them a shelf at a time. And we'll get this next row here, and we'll get the Hartmans right in there. Look at them real good. This is a clear Barney and Alley. It's in pretty rough shape, but it's really rare. And the next ACLs, the Cherokees, pretty good bottles. And as we go down, we just take a scan of each shelf. And here's some Knoxville bottling works, or bottling company paper labels, which are hard to find with paper labels attached. And then down here is still more Knoxville. Now the bottom row down there is just extras. We'll not worry about them. And now we get into the embossed stuff. We'll just scan each shelf, and I won't say nothing about them. Just let Jay get a look at all of them. We'll note that this is kind of an unusual thing for Knoxville. It's an ocean breeze with a ship, and we're a long way from the ocean. It's kind of a strange bottle to be here in Knoxville. These Cokes or hobble skirts have slight variation differences, the size of the print on them and the way the Knoxville's written and on the bottom and things. And then these brown Cokes are the same way. You got some slight variations. There's really only about 4 distinct different browns, but they are a lot of different variations. It's all TC Foxes all the way across here. I do want to show you one TC Fox. It's very rare. Only 3 known. I think this is it right here. I'll just pick it up, and you look at the bottom of it. It's got Coca-Cola script on it. It's one of the rare bottles I've got. Okay. Alright, get over on this section. These are still crowns, embossed crowns across the first 3 rows. We get down to this 4th row. These are the Hutchies. Here's some of the harder ones to get on. Here's a couple of squats blobs. Only 2 squat sodas from Knoxville. The Burt and C&A. This is a Matthews Gravitating Stopper, Knoxville Bottling Works. That's a hard one to get, and one of the few Gravitating Stoppers from Tennessee. These are all different TC Foxes across here, all different colors and variations. And these are Eagles, IT Fosler. And it's about 2 rows Chad, and I've got one over here I want to show you. You can see it sitting in the corner, but I got to hold it up where you can see it because it's a recently acquired, very rare Knoxville crown, large crown. That's a crown. That's a crown jewel right now. It's not a crown. It's a blob. I'm sorry. You know, that's kind of got a look at the Knoxville soda. Now over here on this wall, we got the larger cities in Knoxville, which is Chattanooga's over here. We'll just stand down. I won't say much about them unless I see something I want to make note of. Go all the way down, but they're always different. Different ones all the way to the bottom. I got 120 some odd different Chattanooga crowns. Okay, the next section of that is Memphis. Come all the way down. It's down the same way. I won't say nothing about any of them unless I see something. I do want to make note of all the different Gayolas. I think Memphis may have been the headquarters for Gayola because there's about 10 different ones that I have. Next section here is Nashville. Got about 100 different Nashville. You scan down, so nothing about any of them. They go all the way to the bottom, all different. Okay, over here in this last section on this wall is the overflow for Nashville, Chattanooga, and Memphis until you get down to about halfway down, and then you got some of the overflow from the small towns, and the last one, Union cities and so on. But nothing. And what we'll do then is come down to this wall over here and start here. These are all of them Tennessee hutches from all except the Knoxville, which I had over there. You can scan down and get a good look at those hutches because there's some pretty hard ones to get. Let me straighten this up. Turn it around a little bit. I try to highlight them with paint so you can kind of read them. I've dug a lot of these and I've bought and traded for some. But the Knoxville, I've dug most of the Knoxville and found them in their houses or across in attics and different places. Okay, these are the squat sodas from Tennessee. Most of them are from the big towns, but I do have one here from Bristol, but most of them are from Chattanooga, Nashville, and Memphis. There's not many small town squats. Get this in here too, Chad. They're pretty nice. That's Tate Springs. A couple of Tate Springs here. Get that Tate Springs real good. That's a rare Tate Springs. Got a bigger one down there that's not quite as rare, but anything Tate Springs is good. Okay. Now this wall here is all small towns, starting in with Athens, coming down to Bristol and Brownsville, Bristol, and then you get into the seas, and they come down, so you can just start down and take a look at them. We'll draw them. When you get over to this section, I will draw your attention to one group. I could spend all day long talking about them. There's so many stories, and some of them, the towns are so small, and some don't even exist. The seas, and when you get right down to this section, you know, that's Coal Creek. These four are from Coal Creek. That's now called Lake City, but they're really hard to get anything from Coal Creek. How much time is there? You don't get there, okay.
Whatever, as much time as needed.
Now you're going to put about 10 minutes.
I'm already over 11 minutes on this video.
Yeah, we might have to stay up. This is Jackson in there. They got a lot next to the four major cities. I guess Jackson has more than anybody. Maybe Jackson and Johnson City. Yeah. Let's see. Anything else? Here's a couple of nice ones from Monterey. Okay, so I'll try to draw out individual ones. There's just too many of them. Just give you an idea of how many different ones I've got. I think I've got like, I've not took a exact count in a while, but I think I've got like, something like 1,500, counting my hobble skirts from Tennessee. I've been pulling these hobble skirts off as I go, so they don't display, they all display the same. So as I pick up
I'm gonna think about time, man, I guess.
right, before we went in, we'll call this one part one and end it. Then we'll do another part, so it won't be too long.